I'm coming to you tonight from Mabie Forest, which is just outside my hometown of Dumfries, which is actually just behind us there. It's a beautiful night, I must admit. In Scotland, especially in this area, it's usually raining or grey skies, so when we do get a bit of sun, it is to be appreciated and loved. I'd like to share with you why I'm choosing not to vote in the upcoming general election. I have looked at all the major parties, and for the first time since I've been registered to vote, I genuinely can't see any party that stands out to me that I'd actually vote for. I've looked at all the major ones and nobody has come up as even a best choice, and it's strange because I've always liked to take part in elections. I was always brought up with the idea that people have fought and died to give our right to vote, and in certain parts of the world people don't get the right to vote, so it's a shame to waste it. But it really is an illusion if the parties you're voting for, or the choices that you have in front of you, are all very similar or don't affect a positive change, then surely it's an illusion. You may have a choice to vote for whatever you think is right, but again, if there's no real difference, then what's the point in the first place? We've seen it time and time again in the UK, same as America. It becomes almost a two-party style system, whereas you'll vote for one party thinking, oh, the current one we've got in government is no good, so let's vote for this other one that's got the better chance. And then they get in, and then the same lies and nonsense happens, and come up the next election, we're like, these guys, they failed us as well, let's choose somebody else. And on it goes. It's this constant revolving carry on. It's a farce in my eyes, and I'd love to hear your views on it, but in my current mindset and what I've seen so far, I mean, I have looked at all the manifestos and I've looked at their websites, and it just seems farcical to me, especially on a local level here. You'll only really see the politicians coming out when it's time to vote for them. It's the only time in Dumfries you will see people out in the streets that are, looking to be the next MP or the next councillor, is when it's time to actually vote for them. When they get in there, like I'm sure it'll be the same across the UK, you'll never see them or hear from them ever again. Once they're in power, well, not maybe power, but once they've got their seat, they're quite content until the next 4 years comes along, and then you'll see them back out in the street again. That to me doesn't inspire trust or confidence. I would love to see a party that was very engaged on the local level. It would be nice to see people that actually get in there and do what they're saying they're going to do and keep in contact throughout that few years. So that's my reasons for not voting in the upcoming election. I'd love to hear what you're doing. Are you choosing to vote? If so, who are you voting for and why? And if you're choosing not to, I'd love to hear your opinion on that as well. Thanks very much for watching this short video tonight. This is my second video. I hope there'll be many more to come. I'll just let you have another look at that beautiful, there's Dumfries. That is my hometown behind us. A beautiful, calm place. You might hear a lot of people saying that Dumfries is a bit of a dump, shall we say, but when you look at it up here, it looks fantastic. And if I'm being completely honest with you, I love it to bits. I've travelled around the world and I've been quite a lot of places, and yet you'll not find anything as spectacular as this. You just have to step outside of the town for 5 minutes and suddenly you're in a beautiful landscape, peace and quiet. It maybe isn't the most active town in Scotland, but it has its beauty, and it should be appreciated for as such. If you are in the area, I would definitely recommend visiting Dumfries. Maybe not the town centre, because it is lacking like a lot of places across the UK, but as I say, if you come to this area, you come for the countryside and you come for the views. Absolutely stunning. Thanks very much for watching.